Hi guys, this is a continuation of the paper. You are to look at the genotypes and the phenotypes. So here, this was the question. You are told that in cats, the gene for fur color is sex-linked. Letter G represents the gene for ginger fur color, while letter B represents the gene for black fur color in a given cat species. The genes are codominant. That one I had already handled, that both of the alleles are expressed. None of them is completely dominant over the other. So both of them will be expressed. I think we had done that. Maybe we were somewhere here. Yes, we were here. So you are told that a tortoise shell female was crossed with a black male. Determine the genotype and phenotype of the offspring. Determine the genotype and the phenotype of the offspring. So tortoise shell means the female has both alleles. And remember I said that both of them are carried, those alleles are carried on the X chromosome. So that's why I have represented it like this. This one representing the X chromosome. So the allele is there. And then it is crossed with a black fur male. In the male, the B or the black color will only be present in the X chromosome. And then you cross. So parental phenotypes, tortoise shell and black fur. Parental genotype, now it's what you represent here. And then the gametes, remember for gametes you take one and you circle it. XBY you circle it, and then Y you circle it alone. So at the end of the crossing, you find XB fuses with XB to get female who is black. Then black fusing or joining with Y. That gives you XBY. Then for tortoise shell with this ginger with black. So that is how you are going to get your parental genotype. So you have female who is black, another female who is tortoise shell, meaning she has the mixture of the two. And then the male with black fur, and then the female with ginger. A person accidentally touches a hot pan and responds as illustrated in the diagram below. Accidentally touches a hot pan and responds as illustrated in the diagram below. So this is the hot pan. This is the forearm. Forearm with the drone. And then there is central nervous system. Okay. So stimulus, then the receptor, impulse, sensory neuron, synapse, neuron, synapse. That too. So you are asked, explain how the illustrated response occurs. So what happens when you touch a hot object? The sensory neuron on your skin, so they sense that it takes the impulse to the central nervous system, brain or spinal cord. There is relay neuron. Relay neuron passes the impulse to the motor neuron. Motor neuron passes the impulse to the arm, and then you lift up your arm. So here the stimulus or the heat or the pain is detected by the temperature or pain receptors on the skin, and then it is generated, transmitted along the sensory neuron to the spinal cord, and then across the synapse to the relay neuron, across the synapse to the motor neuron, across the synapse to the biceps or the effector muscles muscle contract, and then the heart is moved away, and that is known as a reflex action. The other question you are asked: explain how auxins are utilized as selective weed killers in agriculture. So these selective weed killers, they contain auxins which are absorbed by the weeds, making the weeds to grow abnormally, and they die out. So they select, they do not affect the plant, but they grow on the weeds. Section B, this is a graph question. You are told that the table below shows the rate of product formation of two enzymes, H and J, over a range of pH values. So you have the range of pH values from pH 1 up to pH 10, the rate of product formation by enzyme 35 15.0, and then the rate of production or formation of enzyme J start at pH 4 and then continues like that. So you're asked on the same axis to plot the rate of product formation against pH. So this is the graph. So you're supposed to label your axis. This is Y axis, this is X, and then you told to plot the rate of product formation against pH. Product formation is on this axis against pH. The one against, you draw it on the X axis. So you just choose a suitable scale. pH, like you can see, we have pH ranging from 1 up to pH 10, and then for this rate of enzyme, you can start with 5, 15, 25, 35, that scale, or any other scale that you see it's worthwhile, and then you plot. Then in the first question, you are asked, so the scale is 2 marks, axis 2 marks, plotting 2 marks, curves, ensure you draw a smooth curve and you use a sharp pencil. You get your mark. So you are asked, account for the rate of production of enzyme H between pH 1 and pH 3. Between pH 1 and pH 3. So pH 1 and pH 3, this is it. You can see the production is, the product formation increases with increase in pH to up to optimum pH, and then it starts decreasing. So at pH 1, you see it has increased. When it reached pH 2, it has started decreasing. So pH 2 is the optimum pH value. You see here, it's the highest, so it is the optimum. That is where this enzyme works the best. And then it starts declining again. So towards pH 3, the enzyme are denatured. That means that from pH 3, when it declines to pH 3, then you find that the conditions are not favorable for the action of the enzyme, and therefore the enzymes are destroyed. pH 3 to pH 7. pH 3 to pH 7. You can see from pH 3, it's about 35. It decreases. pH 7, you can see it is decreasing. So it sharply decreases. The rate of formation sharply decreases with increase in pH. That means that the enzymes optimum condition are not good there. So the enzymes are denatured because they are not favored by increase in pH. So there is no product formation above that pH 4.0 to 7 because all the enzymes are already denatured. Then you ask, from the graph, determine the pH value at which the rate of product formation of the two enzymes was the same. You can see at this point, the rate of formation of enzyme H and enzyme J was was the same. So you just drop at this pH, it's pH 4. And then the rate at which production or formation of enzyme H and J stated at the pH stated in 1 above. The value now you will read it from this side. So it was forming at 4, then you read the value, it's about 15. Then the optimum pH of enzyme J. Optimum pH of enzyme J, it's the pH at which this enzyme is working the best, and it is at pH 7.0. You can see very well. It is working best at pH 7.0. Then you state one variable that may lead to change in optimum rate of product formation of the two enzymes. So in short, that question is asking you about the factors that affect enzyme activity. You can talk about temperature, substrate concentration, enzyme concentration, coenzyme, cofactor, and enzyme inhibitors. Suggest with the reason the likely part of the alimentary canal where enzyme H would be found. Enzyme H would be found in the stomach because it is working best under acidic medium. Then here is a SC question. You are asked, giving examples, describe the following interaction among organisms: predator-prey, symbiosis, and parasitism. So a predator is an animal that kills another animal for food. For example, a dog preys, it eats another organism. Maybe a dog can eat a rat or something. So a dog has, you find that these prey have survival mechanism in their habitat so that they are not eaten or killed by the predators, so that they reproduce and reach the reproductive age. For example, they run faster, so they have stronger hind muscles. They camouflage with the environment, so they are able to hide. They can also mimic the predators, like maybe produce the same sound as the predator to avoid being eaten. Some emit some chemicals to prevent the predator from getting them. Some have sense of smell to detect the predators. And on the other hand, the predators also evolve means to be able to survive in such ecosystem. So they run faster, they have strong jaws, they camouflage with the environment to hide, they mimic the prey so that the prey does not know it's the predator who is coming. They have sharp eyesight, so they can be able to spot the prey. They have strong sense of smell to be able to sniff and get the prey and kill them for food. Symbiosis, it's an association where two organisms benefit from each other mutually. For example, the bacteria in human gut and the herbivores. It helps not in the human gut but in the herbivores gut. It helps them digest cellulose because they have that enzyme cellulase. The food in the bacteria in the digestive system of human being, in the colon, it is sheltered by human being, and then it helps in synthesis of vitamin K. And there is nitrogen fixing bacteria that is found in the root nodules of leguminous plants. It benefits in that it is given shelter, and then it converts nitrogen into nitrates. Parasitism, and it's a situation where an organism depends on another for food and also for habitat. For example, a tick, it's a parasite. It sucks nutrients from the host, making the cow have anemia, malnutrition, and destruction of the skin. And parasites can be both internal and external. So internal parasites are like the liver fluke, like the roundworms, like the tapeworms. External parasites are like the tick, the mites, etc. The other question you given, that is on parasitism. You explain the effect of increased physical activity in the heart, lungs, and kidney. So, okay, the heart, we start with the heart. So, increase in heart or cardiac frequency increases blood pressure. That is, the heart pumps more blood. That means it supplies more oxygen to oxidize the food to yield the energy that is needed for contraction of muscles, relaxation of muscles. Then carbon dioxide and lactic acid and other nitrogenous waste are produced, and they are also eliminated using the same mechanism. They are transported to the excretory organs, and they are able to be removed. The lungs, when you have panting or increased breathing rate, it causes the lungs to expand, increasing the volume of oxygen intake. So the process leads muscles to have energy that is required for contraction and relaxation. The kidneys. So the kidneys, they also maintain the blood plasma and pH and also osmotic balance by eliminating excess hydrogen ions that accumulate to production of lactic acid. So to maintain the osmotic balance, the kidneys conserve sodium ions and reabsorb water in the tubules, leading to reduction in volume of the urine that is produced during exercise. So kidneys filter more urea and release more urine. The skin, due to increased metabolic activity such as exercise, you sweat more, and then you eliminate the metabolic waste such as water. So the body is cooled, and then the water evaporates. The increased body temperature also leads to dilation of the blood vessels, vasodilation, and then excess heat is lost from the skin, and also it leads to loss of heat. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll be handling the next KCSE paper. See you in the next one.